What's up, guys? Welcome to Views. Jason, if you could switch lives with me,
Yeah.
would you?
You fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't have Wyatt and Charlie.
You'd lose your kids.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
All right, roll that show music. What's up, guys? This is the Views Podcast. I'm David. That's Jason. How you doing, Jay?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. In your life. I got the call yesterday. You know I'm going to the big Vampire Weekend show.
Oh, yeah.
October 4th.
Oh, I was in the car for this call.
Yeah, you're in the car.
Damn.
Yeah, that was crazy.
My favorite. Okay, go ahead. Well, tell the call.
Well, you probably don't listen to anything I say, but I have been talking about this show for a long time.
Because your kids are big fans.
They're big fans of Vampire Weekend, and I like them too.
Yeah.
And when you get to go to a concert with the kids, it's like, it's really fun. I know you hate my kids and me,
no.
but
who was originally supposed to come to this? It was you.
Well, originally, we have a friend who gets us some free tickets. I don't want to give them a free advertisement, but you work with them a lot. And they were like, yeah, we'll totally get you tickets to that. And I was like, oh, God, thank you. So to be nice, I was like, let me get a fourth ticket for Marnie.
To be nice, or you love her?
No, I'm not in love with her.
Sure. Your ex-wife.
God.
Your ex-wife.
My ex-wife, yes. I was like, that'll be nice. The four of us will go.
Can I tell this part of the story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so he's going to this concert that he's excited about. He has 4 tickets, one for his ex-wife, and he's on the phone with her. And I know he's on the phone with his ex-wife because he's like being like super nice and he doesn't want to like start a fight at all. Like you can tell he's like bending to everything she says. and then I hear like it's not even on speaker. I just hear her go, okay, so this is an awkward question. And fucking, I didn't even know about the Arctic Monkeys concert. I didn't know what they were talking about. Oh, Vampire Weekend? Sorry. Yeah. I didn't even know about the Vampire Weekend concert or whatever. But I knew that I knew the next question out of her mouth was going to be that she wanted to see if her new boyfriend can tag along. and Jason goes, yeah, I'm sure that shouldn't be a problem. That'll be fine. I'll give him an extra ticket. Just like that. Like he said it almost as if he was fucking excited for this. Like he was.
I was excited.
It was almost as if he was waiting for his ex-wife to say, "Come on, invite the boyfriend." So yeah.
And then she was like, "Well, I can get 2 separate tickets, and we can go sit somewhere else." And I was like, "Well, that's dumb. Don't do that."
Yeah, that'll be weird.
That's so stupid. We're gonna go sit over here and get 5 extra seats. We're all sitting different spots at the Greek. Or
sure.
Yeah. So I said fine. So now I gotta fucking get a 5th ticket.
And now you got to go with him.
Yeah, which I don't mind. He's really nice. I like him a lot, actually. He's actually so fucking great. It's disgusting. He's like really well spoken.
Have your kids called him dad yet?
They get along so well. When you look at the two of them too, you're like, oh my God, this is like the fucking person she's meant to be with. They look alike. It's crazy.
But
they both like wine.
What do your kids call him?
Number 1.
Hey Jason, where did you have to go to gather your home movies and photos?
Well, my ex-wife, she burned them all.
Well, okay. Well, sometimes if you have old memories, you can now digitize them. True. You can save your family films and photos from degrading or being lost forever. If you're unable to play the recordings because they don't have a VCR anymore or the camcorder is broken, you can now use Legacy Box. You can experience the joy and nostalgia of reliving the glory days. You can send your Legacy Box filled with old home movies and pictures. They'll do the rest. They professionally digitize your moments into a thumb drive, digital download, or DVD. Easy to follow instructions and safety barcodes included for every item. You receive all your original recorded moments back, along with perfectly preserved digital copies. Guys, it's great because you can have something on a VHS or something that you think that you may lose, but now you can make it into a digital format, and you know you'll have it forever. There's never been a better time to digitally preserve your memories. You can visit legacybox.com today to get started. Plus, for a limited time, they're offering our listeners an exclusive discount. Just go to legacybox.com/views to get 40% off your first order. Go to legacybox.com/views and save 40% today. Get started preserving your past.
I woke up late today. Wyatt was late for school today. I'm a really bad dad because you made me go out last night. Can you conserve my nights out, please? Because it only bites you in the ass, you know.
I didn't make you go out.
Oh. Ridiculous.
You were like, should I go out? I was like, yeah, you should. And you're like, okay.
No, I called you in the bed, and you were in the bed. You're like, hi. And I was like, you look like you're not going out. Let's not do it. And you're like, no, it's going to be good. We got to go. Like that. And it ended up being not good. And you wouldn't even turn your camera on, you little dink.
Yes, I did. We filmed.
We filmed nothing. Not at the party.
Yeah.
I went out for no reason.
Well, then when you left, I dropped Jason off at like 2 a.m. And then my friend Zane FaceTimed me. And I film most of my friends when they're drunk. And Zane FaceTimes me from the bathroom while he's peeing. And he shows me his penis the entire time he's peeing. Like,
oh, wow.
He holds the camera up right up to his penis.
Oh, right on.
So I'm like, this guy's hammered. So I dropped you off. And then, and then drove 25 minutes back.
You went back
to
there?
pick him up.
And what happened?
He just passed out in my car. So that was a complete bust. But and the party we were going to was our friends Anton, who is Zed, who's a huge DJ.
Yeah.
And actually,
what an amazing guy, and what a beautiful house.
The best DJ in the world.
What a gracious, amazing DJ.
And
it's my first time I've been friends with a professional DJ.
Like a real DJ.
Oh, professional.
Of course.
Yeah.
We actually have our friend Dillon Francis here.
Yeah, I'm listening to the whole fucking thing. Professional. I'm a professional too. I brought you to Vegas, Jason. How
Dillon,
dare you?
Dillon, you probably know of Zed's work.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah,
and it just hurts me to the core.
Well, that's funny. You weren't at his party.
No, because I was in Asia, and you know that, and you went there to spite me. You spider.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, okay. Dillon's the DJ. Obviously, he's a huge DJ. Zed's a huge DJ. Zed's house is like massive. Dillon, you can.
It's
agree
way
to that.
nicer than mine.
It's
sure.
like what is it, like $18 million, $20 million?
I only got one hit song. He's got
17.
5.
He's got a bunch.
He's got a bunch.
We were talking to him, and we were just talking about Dillon, just making jokes. And Jeff is talking to Zed, and he's going like, "Wow, dude, you have like the biggest house I've ever seen." And Jeff's like, "We're friends with Dillon Francis, but it's nothing like this." And Anton Zed's laughing, and then Anton's like, "Well, so what is Dillon's house like?" And Jeff goes, it's so stupid. He like lives on top of a restaurant. It's like a little apartment, basically. Even though Dillon lives in a fucking huge $7 million home, we were just trash talking Dillon the entire time.
It's so funny how mean you guys are to Dillon. Jesus Christ.
Because
David literally drives around Los Angeles with his camera anytime Dillon's in the car, and he'll roll down his window and he'll go, "Hey, you guys, who's your favorite DJ?" And he purposely asks people that he thinks won't say Dillon Francis. and every single time, most of the time, like 60, 70% of the time, they go, DJ Khaled! Like that. And then Dillon goes,
real DJ.
Fuck. And it's one of those bits that I don't think David will ever give up.
No, I won't.
I think he'll always do it.
I love it. It's so much fun.
And he'll never use a lot. He won't use it most of the
I'll
time.
never use it. It's just to beat me down.
I don't even hit record on those bits. Dillon's reactions to people saying DJ Khaled is the best. He's
so
like,
funny.
fuck, shit.
I fucking hate that guy now. I never used to care about DJ Khaled until now.
Until now, he's a serious part of your life.
He's
you hear him every day.
ruining my life.
One of my favorite stories about David is when I first started working with him. He was like, "Come meet me on Hollywood Boulevard," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I go down there, and he's in a soccer chair, like a foldable chair, and he has a fishing pole, and he has a dollar bill on the fishing pole. So I'm like, "Oh, this kid does YouTube, like." I guess it's like some kind of prank or whatever.
Like I had the fishing pole and I would throw the dollar out and people would try to chase the dollar bill and I'd reel it back in because they thought it was just a dollar bill on the floor.
It's like I'm looking around and like there's no cameras anywhere. He's not, and I'm like,
just doing it.
I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to film it?" And he's like, "No, no." He's like, "Just having some fun."
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was like, "Look at this! Look at they go for it every time." And it'd be like literally like a 4-year-old kid like running and like trying to get the dollar bill, and he's like, "Ha ha, gotcha."
It was the best. It was me and my.
It's a true story.
Me and my roommate Alex, we went out and we bought like those chairs that you would have at like soccer games, right? Is that we just found? Yeah, and we were sitting right in that middle of Hollywood Boulevard, and we did it for like an hour and a half. It was the most fun, and I didn't want to film it because one, I was busy reeling the money in, so I wasn't gonna occupy my time with that. I don't know. I do that a lot. I do I say a lot of things are to go film. Like every time we go visit a college, I actually love going to colleges, but I'm always like, yeah, let's go film, even though I fucking know we won't get shit. I just want to go hang out.
Oh my God. I can't believe it just came out of your mouth. You take me to colleges knowing
I'm
we're not
never
get
going
shit?
again with you.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'd totally go. Jay, imagine this. Your sweatpants are on for the day, but you're sick of microwave leftovers and frozen pizza. Well, enter DoorDash, restaurant quality food with a living room dress code. That sounds delicious. DoorDash connects you to your favorite restaurants in your city. Ordering is so easy. You open the DoorDash app, choose what you want to eat, and your food will be delivered right to you wherever you are. Not only is your favorite pizza joint already on DoorDash, but there are over 340,000 restaurants in 3,300 different cities. So you might find a new favorite.
You had me at sweatpants on.
Yeah. Don't worry about dinner. Let the dinner come to you. With DoorDash. With door-to-door delivery in all 50 states and Canada, order from your local go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Chipotle, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, and even Cheesecake Factory. Right now, our listeners can get $5 off their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter promo code VIEWS. That's $5 off your first order when you download the DoorDash app from the App Store and enter promo code VIEWS. Don't forget, promo code VIEWS for $5 off your first order from DoorDash. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
You did tell me that DJs do this thing called a cash grab.
Okay.
Is that public? Can I talk about that, or is that like a secret?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
Or should I not call it a cash grab?
Yeah, I don't think you should call it that.
Pretend I didn't say it. So,
we can't cut out because we are on a roll.
Oh,
so we
okay,
can't
yeah.
cut anything out. But it's where you do multiple shows in one night, only on New Year's.
It's pretty much you can only really do it on New Year's.
So explain how this works.
So you could go from east to west.
Okay, so Dillon will start on the East Coast. You'll play a show at around what time?
So you try to play earlier on the East Coast. So let's say you're going to do like 11, maybe 10. 10 would probably be a better time.
10 p.m.
Yeah. And then you would take a jet to another place, then play
in the
that
Midwest.
One. Yeah, that would probably be bringing in the New Year. And then you go to California and play one last one at like 3 a.m.
Fucking crazy, Jason.
First of all,
I mean, I get sick every time I do it, but
it's a. I loved how you had to put a name on it. You're like, it's called a cash grab. It's in any business that's a cash grab. It's not specific to DJs, you dumb fuck.
I know, but they call it that, you fucking asshole.
Like, there's this thing in the DJ business, DJ world. It's called a cash grab, and it's when one DJ starts a show on the East Coast and then gets on a private jet.
Okay, you're missing the point. That's insane. 3 different shows.
There's no way you can do 3 different shows in one night like that.
No,
Yeah,
he
you can.
does it.
How?
I've done it before.
10 o'clock in New York.
Yeah.
You play for an hour.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then you would probably fly to, I would say Arizona. Play one show there at 12.
That's where you
11,
bring
12.
in. That's
Yeah.
where you bring in the New Year's.
You could make that. You'd
Bro.
have to do like 9:45.
Wow. Okay.
Bro, that sounds like it's cutting it real close.
And then
That would be cutting it real. You could probably get there at 12:30. Because going from east to west it's now 4 hours.
You pick up 3 hours when you come back.
And
right?
and it takes 4 hours to get back.
And then you land in LA,
Oh,
and then you do
no,
it
it
at
takes
2 a.m.
6 hours to go from New York to LA. 5.5.
Not with the tailwinds now, baby.
Okay, listen, pilots over
What is
here. What the fuck are you?
Well, with the tailwinds, is that like a global warming?
Oh my God!
Dylan almost knocked over everything we had on our table. Sorry you guys can't see this, but he's a fucking
Do it.
idiot.
No, do the math. I want to hear it.
Oh, you want me to knock
It's
it over?
10, no, it's a 10 o'clock show. And tell me when you did it. Where were
10, 11, 12.
What
You get back.
stadium, what club, go.
Okay, I would have to look back.
Well,
Just say it. Just say it. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
So 10 o'clock would be somewhere in New York.
You ring in the New Year at midnight.
Yeah.
And now, okay, so fine.
No, you don't ring in the New Year in New York.
Oh.
You don't ring in the New Year there. You
What are you
ring in the New
confused
Year
about, Jay?
in Arizona, and then you would fly from Arizona, which would be 45 minutes, to get to someplace to play at 3 a.m.
And he'll like play in Vegas, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or you
okay.
could do the easier way would be like you would do Midwest and then fly to Arizona.
And
Arizona, or you
that
fly
night, on the cash grab night.
to yeah.
About how much would a DJ named X make? Now I'm not doing any names, but
I can't say that
Yeah,
one.
on a cash grab night.
I can't say.
you can't say.
I can't.
Why? What are you scared of?
I don't know.
You know how many fucking possible huge DJs are listening to this right now, and all they need is a little motivation from your cash grab? That's all they need.
They should already know about
There's
this.
there is a young Zed listening to this right now.
Is there?
Why do you keep comparing Zed to fucking
I mean,
DJ?
you can. I could say.
What about a young Dillon Francis?
Look, it depends on who you are. You can make upwards of 300 to 700, maybe $1 million. You could make
On one
it
night.
Could keep going
In
yeah.
one night.
It depends who you are. So
It depends on-
personally-
it depends on who you are
What
and
about
where you're
expenses?
playing.
The jet is 30.
You're definitely you're paying for those expensive out of your feet.
Wow, you can make $1 million. That's amazing. And all you do.
When what if your girlfriend wants to go to dinner?
Then
What
you're
do you do?
fucked. you're not making that money. You're losing a lot of money that night.
If your girlfriend wants to go to dinner. Wow,
That
is
used to be my thing with when I was married. I was like, I want to do stand-up on New Year's. She was like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
It's New Year's. And I'm like, who cares
Who
about
gives a
New
shit?
Year's?
Why would
It's
you
a
want to do
day.
stand-up on New Year's?
Listen, here we go over here. Fucking sassy Sally.
Yeah, okay.
Always takes the girl's side.
That is
Yeah.
not true.
Fucking asshole.
I agree with you.
Always take. Or he doesn't take my side. I know
New
that.
Year's is just another day.
It's just another day.
It's just another
Why
day.
Make a cash grab.
and,
Why are you so stupid?
and
I don't
jail is
get
just
you
a
at
room.
all.
What are you fucking talking about? Just another day. It's a
Fucking
big.
New Year's. It's so dumb. And you know it is.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Really.
It's literally everybody goes out that. Maybe for you because you go to like nice fancy parties and stuff. But for married people who aren't fucking famous like you,
No.
you go out.
You're wrong. New Year's meant so much more to me when I was a kid. Every New Year's I
Dude,
would
I'm
cry.
talking about being married.
Every New Year's I would just sob my eyes out.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
Just out of like happiness. I'd just be like,
Fuck you.
I'm being
You're so
serious.
full of shit.
I swear on my life, every New Year's
Out of
I
happiness.
cry.
Another year
Not
coming in.
happiness. It's like bitter. It's bitter. It's bittersweet. It's like, oh, I had so many good times this year, and I'm bummed that they're ending. Like that's honestly what it is.
Let me start my photo collage on my MacBook Pro.
Fuck you. Fuck you. This was when I was in like 6th, 7th grade. I didn't have a MacBook Pro. I didn't even. I was the last one in my grade to
Set
have
to
a.
Natalie Imbruglia's torn.
I was the last one in my grade to have a phone, and then when I did, it was a flip phone. Didn't even
I
give
said
me-
MacBook Pro, you shit.
I didn't have a MacBook Pro because I didn't even have a phone. How the fuck were they gonna give me a
How did you
computer?
do your homework?
What, Jason? What are you fucking? How'd you do your homework? You fuck.
I just figured you had a computer back then.
No, are you crazy?
I don't. I'm just saying. I'm not. I don't know if you had a MacBook or not.
Anyway,
It
what I'm
doesn't
trying to
fucking
say is,
matter.
I know Dylan makes $1 million every fucking show, but he's scared to admit it.
Hello, Dylan.
I
It's
didn't say
Kygo.
that.
What are you doing for cash grab this year?
Who is that?
It's Kygo on the phone.
It's Kygo.
I sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
Where are you doing cash grab this year?
where's cash grab?
Is there-
Just come
I
along
spoke
with
to
me, Kygo.
Tiesto. He's doing cash grab in
Yeah.
Milan, Amsterdam,
We can go
Las
on the,
Vegas,
We
and
can
Sydney.
share the jet. Don't worry.
He's going to make upwards of $65 million. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a phone call from Zed. It's Zed on the other line. Zed, how much did you get for cash grab?
What? Wait, yeah.
Zed says, "I'm sorry, I'm going to dinner with my girlfriend."
Do people do multiple countries for cash grab?
That would be a bit tough.
That would be
That would be tough.
Yeah.
Jay, you know more than anyone that hiring can be a slow process. Well, Cafe Altura's COO, Dillon Mikowitz, needed to hire a director of coffee for his organic coffee company, but he was having trouble finding qualified applicants. So he switched to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them for you. Its technology identifies people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. So you get qualified candidates fast. Dillon posted his job on ZipRecruiter and said he was impressed by how quickly he had great candidates apply. He also used ZipRecruiter's candidate rating feature to filter his applicants so he could focus on the most relevant ones. And that's how Dillon found his new director of coffee in literally just a few days. With results like that, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See why ZipRecruiter is effective for businesses of all sizes. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Nash. That's ZipRecruiter.com/NASH. ZipRecruiter.com/Nash. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Okay, guys, we're here with Nick Lachey. Nick Lachey is my co-host. No, not co-host.
Well, we can call it.
You're the host. I'm doing the show on
You're
Nickelodeon.
taking it from him?
But Nick always jokes.
He hosts one Teen Choice Awards, and all of a sudden he's got host on the break.
No. Nick hosts the show. I'm a judge on Nickelodeon.
Sure.
And more importantly, he's a superstar, pop icon.
Oh, yeah.
The boy band
Legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
He was in 98 Degrees. I don't know where I know you from, but I remember like hearing your name in school, and I would always make jokes about your name. Like I would always pretend I was Nick Lachey, but I don't know how it came about. I don't know if it was through your music, if I just saw you like on television, but I'd always say your name.
Yeah.
And then I heard I was working with you. I was like, no fucking way. It's like a full circle. Like
Was this like you said my name out of admiration, or was it like what a horrible shitty name?
No, I would say like I'm like a cool guy. Like I'm like being, because Nick Lachey like rolls off the tongue, and it sounds like
Sounds good.
it sounds
like a movie star.
It sounds like a sexy man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So I don't.
the name's very deceiving, as you can see. In front of you, but at least the name works for me.
Okay. So yeah. So we worked on the show together. How old are you now?
45, David.
We're the same age.
Are we really?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm 4 months older than you,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Well, I'll
I
be
think.
46 in November, so
Yeah.
coming up on 46.
That's crazy.
We met through Nickelodeon.
We did.
You're the same age as Jason, which is nice. Is that comforting knowing that you're...
I'm not the oldest man in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so Nick's the host of the show.
That's right.
This is my first, like, anything I've ever worked on that's, like, official. Like, the first time, like, even having a writer is insane. Is it a writer or rider?
A rider.
Rider.
R-Y.
I talk about this on the podcast literally all the time. I think it's fucking insane.
He talked about it so much about how he was ordering Chick-fil-A for the first 2 weeks, and then someone told him he could go like order somewhere really nice.
Yeah. You know what? That honestly varies show to show. Some shows they would never have gotten, that Italian stuff from whatever restaurant there was.
John and Vinny's.
They would have said, no, go fuck yourself, we're not doing it.
Every time I would order food, I'd have to, like, I wanted Nick to try it because I'd be like, Nick, have you ever had John and Vinny's? And he'd go, no, I haven't. And then he'd be like up on stage and I'd like bring him pasta and he's like, no, I can't eat it right now. And I'd get so sad.
Meanwhile, all I have in my dressing room is like this meat platter thing that they bring me in.
Sure.
No, but that's one of the cool perks about the show.
But that's fucking insane. I mean, I'm new to all that. I don't know. I think you've been doing it for a lot longer than I have.
Well, when you go and have appearances and stuff, there's not a writer in your dressing room, like things laid out.
There is, but I'm new to the
full pack of Coors Light or whatever.
I'm new to those appearances too. Yeah. So I don't know how that. Like I had a sucker in my mouth, and one of the women that was working there came up to me, and this is serious. She goes, is this the flavor? Is this the flavor that you like? And I go, yeah, are you being serious? And she goes,
because if you don't, David, we can get you only cherry. We'll pick through the M&Ms and pull out every...
And that's what it was. And I was like, yeah, this is great. And she's like, well, good, that's my job.
Now, here's a true story about a writer. Like, back in the day, Van Halen, when they used to tour all the time, would on their writers say, we only want brown M&Ms. And so, literally, if they got to the dressing room and somebody hadn't gotten only brown M&Ms, they knew that they didn't actually read the writer. And so they didn't know what else was possibly fucked up, like as far as their equipment. And
are you
so that
fucking
was like their
serious?
way of
testing it.
Of testing whether or not the promoter actually read the writer. And
well, what was on your writer? How long did you tour for? How long have you been touring?
We're still touring. Yeah, we've been touring since '97, I guess.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I was one.
How old were you? One.
That is fucking cool. Well, that's great for you.
We're still doing it, but our writer was always like you see other people's dressing rooms, they have like 8 bottles of liquor and all this crazy stuff.
You're trying to tell me you don't have 8 bottles of liquor?
Well, we have a couple bottles of liquor, but we didn't in '97. Right now it's like beer and bottle of bourbon,
like dad stuff,
Red Bull, simple stuff.
Red Bull,
Metamucil.
You don't have anything. You don't have one crazy thing that's on there that shouldn't be on there.
Not really. We have like stupid stuff like ginger root. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's stuff that we never use. But
stuff for your voice.
Yeah, I mean tea and ginger and honey and all that stuff.
Would you ever trash hotel rooms and do crazy pop stars?
My brother kicked a hole in a dressing room wall once. I don't think we ever trashed.
What was he mad
hotel.
about?
We were in New York and it was really early in our career and it had been one of those days where it was like one thing after another after another after another, and we finally got to the gig. And all these people, our manager brought all these people there to meet us, blah, 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 and my brother just lost his shit. It was just like, he had like a nervous breakdown, kicked a hole in the wall. And we've been back to that venue since. They've since put like a metal plate over the piece of wall where he took it down. So Drew's legend lives on in Long Island.
Was there ever like a, I don't know, every time I think of like a pop star or anything, I always think of like a huge breakdown where they just lose it and they fight. Like, did you guys ever fight? Did you guys ever break up? Did anybody ever piss in a bucket like Justin Bieber would? Or did anybody
I mean, we've done plenty of things in buckets. Thrown up in buckets, pissed in buckets. Sure. I mean, we had a chance to see like some crazy places, Philippines and Indonesia, and like you go to these places and everyone ends up getting sick and throwing up on stage and all that kind of crazy stuff. But as far as groups are tough. You know what I mean? Like you obviously every group fights. That's just inevitable.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that as far as those things go, we were pretty decent with it. Like we fought, but we always respected each other enough to come back to the table and figure it out and keep going. And we took a break in there. Like after 2001, we took quite a few years off. I did a solo thing, and then we came back together in I guess 2013.
Like the Jonas Brothers.
Like the Jonas Brothers.
That's what I relate things to. So you guys are a lot like the Jonas Brothers.
Well, my brother was in the
group. So you copied the
Jonas
Brothers.
I think we were out before the Jonas Brothers.
What'd you think of David when you met him?
What I thought.
Oh yeah, first impressions of me. Go.
I thought you were great, specifically for the show.
Come on, you can be honest.
I was on the highway. I'm like, who's this douche in the Ferrari?
There we go. Well, first.
He showed up in a Ferrari. Is that your first impression of him?
No, I'd met before that.
Okay.
I think I showed up. I showed up in the Tesla, and then we got comfortable. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start bringing the other car. I didn't want that to be my first.
I actually didn't see what he drove up in the first time we met. It was just on the. I think.
Yeah,
just on the
I just
stage.
won him over with my personality.
How is his judging?
Really, honestly, I'm not just bullshitting.
Oh, come on, Nick.
No, it was. You know why it was good? Because it wasn't based in music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is not rocket science, but you're not a musician. You don't come from it
Sure.
from that perspective. But that's what I think that show needed is it needed a different perspective. Obviously, Sierra's going to come at it from a musical place, a motherly place. Debbie's going to come at it from a musical place as somebody who's been doing it for a lifetime. And you appreciate talent and potential.
You're making me sound so much better. I had no fucking idea what I was doing on that show.
That's the beauty of it, right? Seriously,
Yeah,
you can't if you come in.
It was
As that person who thinks they know everything they're talking about music,
Sure.
it was good to have that perspective on it.
I have written down here that you were named the sexiest man alive. When was this? Is this true, or did Natalie just write this because?
What poll was that in?
Oh, was that you were?
It was Natalie's list.
Natalie, was he not named sexiest man alive? Do you just think he's the most sexiest man alive? Maybe this is someone left a comment on like a picture. This is the sexiest man alive.
Natalie, good research. Wherever you got it from. Well done. Well done.
It's also Natalie also said you were the second man on the moon.
Also true. What else have I done in
I
my
don't know.
illustrious
About the
career?
moon.
Tell us about the. Okay, when you were in the boy band 90. I mean, you still are. But when you guys were first touring, what was around? It was Backstreet Boys, and it was NSYNC.
So like the summer of '97 is when we came out, right? And we had a single called Invisible Man, and maybe a month before we dropped that single, Backstreet Boys, who had been big in Europe for a couple years before that, they came over and dropped their first single. And so it was really that summer, it was us and Backstreet. Hanson was out, with Bop. And then you had like Spice Girls came out that summer.
Shit, man.
So that was the first
You got
time that
fucked
pop
that summer.
music but it was the first time pop music kind of came back.
Were you pissed that Backstreet Boys were around?
There was a little rivalry there, because we
100%.
we had met them a couple years earlier, and you kind of try and keep tabs on what everyone else is doing. And then we heard and our videos were both like black and white. It was just there were too many, but they beat us to the punch every time. So they were the first ones on MTV. And
Damn it!
But now we're all friends with those guys and continue to be.
The coolest thing that happened to me on on the show, I think Sarah, she's one of like the assistants on the show, came to my room and she goes, "You want to come to Nick's room, or we're having some drinks?"
Yeah.
And I go, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, Nick wants you to come have drinks." I was like, "Nick said that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." So we went to.
What was your impression of Maker's Mark Bourbon? I don't think you liked it.
Yeah, that was my first time. Was that whiskey or bourbon? Are they the same thing?
Well, yeah, bourbon's a kind of whiskey. So
Yeah, so he waterboarded me with the alcohol. No, I'm kidding. So it was my first, I took a sip of bourbon, and I mean, I had to, right? I was so nervous.
Sure, you got to do it.
I didn't want to look like a bitch.
Yeah.
No, but it was really cool because it felt like, I didn't like it that much.
I couldn't tell.
What did he do? Did he wince?
Well, he was like, "Oh," and then he just left it there, and we all got called us that. It just sat there. No one ever came back for it. I'm like, yeah, he didn't like it much.
No, it felt like I was a man. Like it felt like I
Yeah.
was up in a Hollywood Hills home, drinking and looking over the view. It was all the older people on set.
Right.
In Nick's room was 4 of us,
Yeah.
and it felt like I was drinking with the camp counselors. It was so cool. I was like, I can't believe we're doing this. and then we got called back to set, and I was like, this is so much more laid back than I thought it was gonna be. Everyone was very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was.
chill and easy, and from our EP all the way down, everyone was just the execs at the network.
But do you ever think that they're just nice to you because you're the host?
Well,
Because
I don't
was
care why they're nice, as long as they're nice.
Because I was driving away, and Sarah was like, "Bye, I'll see you tomorrow." She was so sweet, and I was like to Natalie, I was like, "Wow, everyone's so nice here." And she goes, "I wonder why." As I'm driving away in the Ferrari.
Bye. We'll see you tomorrow. Clean this shit up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wondering if I'm not getting the taste of how people, because everyone.
Well, I've been a PA on a lot of TV shows, and I can tell you, Sarah is not very nice, and I've never met her.
No, but to us, from what I've seen, from how she interacts with people and how everybody interacts with people, everyone's so sweet on the show.
Sure.
So unless they're putting it up for us,
There's there's definitely a degree of that, but I do think that
yeah, no,
top to bottom, it was a pretty darn good group of people.
It was a lot of
You
fun.
like hosting?
I love it,
You
man.
do a lot of it, right?
I like it. I really do.
It's awesome. It's like a whole other aspect of your career.
I like doing shows like this. I did another show called The Sing Off for like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
I like being around shows like this because I like being around music, and I like seeing young,
You have such a good hosting voice.
Hey, it's funny. My wife breaks my balls because I'm a singer. I kind of sing, and Sierra said it on the show as well. I kind of sing my lines, if it makes any sense. Like there's a melody to it, and I don't even realize I'm doing it.
This is what I want to confront you about, actually.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck is going on, bro? I remember the show wrapped up, and you said you were going to invite me to your barbecue. Where the fuck's this barbecue? Did you change?
We haven't had it yet.
Yeah?
No, it's a Halloween barbecue.
You look so guilty.
Because you gave me a specific time. You were like, you should come next weekend.
Did that? See, my wife handles the invitations for these things, and I slipped her your.
So there was a barbecue.
There was a barbecue.
Okay.
I remember the first half of it, and then after that, it was. No, it was a Labor Day. We had a little Labor Day barbecue.
Labor Day.
But you were gone, weren't you?
Nope.
Oh shit.
No, I was happy. I was actually at a party. If I wasn't at a party, Nick, I would have showed up.
You would have been personally slighted.
I would have been so upset.
David,
No.
I promise you, the next get together we have in my house.
Well, no, now I feel like
especially
it's
one with the kiddie water slide, like it was.
Now it's going to be out of pity, Nick. I want nothing to do with your barbecue.
No. I would
You're so full of shit. You were
gladly
at
give
like
you my
fucking Diplo's house on Labor Day.
Sure, I was having the best fucking day of my life, but
You were probably running around.
but
doing
there's
a
something
million things.
about Nick that is so like it reminds me of like my hometown.
Oh, I'd fucking choose Nick's barbecue over anything.
Yeah, it's like
Don't get me wrong.
Diplo's?
I want to be
I'm honored.
invited too.
I'm honored.
it's like there's something like very homey about you.
Well, we're good Midwestern boys.
Well, he
man.
has a
We're-
Chicago-
Oh, that's what
he
it
has a
is. Yeah,
Chicago
you're
vibe.
from. You're from. Yeah, you
I'm
have
from
so-
Ohio.
You're from
Yeah,
Ohio.
roughly the same thing.
So I was like, I cannot imagine what because his barbecue must be like
The
a
steak
rich
at Nick
Ohio
Lachey's
person's
house
barbecue.
is going to be way
How
better
was the
than
steak
at
at your
Diplo's
house?
we had a burger guy grilling for us.
Look at this. He's a fucking burger guy. That is insane. See, this
Yeah.
is the shit that I was fucking missing out on
Yeah.
because his wife handles the invitations.
Got to get on that email list.
Well, okay.
There's a wicked Halloween party coming up. I'll make sure that you're invited to.
And then how many people show up to this party? I'm so.
It's like 100, 150. I mean,
Wow. Fuck yeah.
it's kind of the one blowout party we do every
How
year.
long have you lived in the place you've been living in?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Do you move a lot?
We lived in a house before that for like 5 years, so not.
Is it crazy being a celebrity?
You tell me.
I mean, dude, come on. It's.
No.
I do social media. It's a different thing. Like,
You know what, man? Celebrity is such a stupid word to me because it's like, what do you do? Like, you're not.
it's very stupid.
It's like what we do for a living. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I don't like to think I live my life
You're
any
the-
differently, but
You're in the best way possible. You're the least celebrity I've ever met. Like, you're like the most chillest. Like,
dude, you could pay me a bigger compliment.
yeah, it's like you're like the most like. I was so excited when you agreed to come do this because you're just like such a normal person.
that was my first question to David. I was like, "What's Nick Lachey like?" He was like, "And you're never nice about anybody."
Yeah,
he was like,
I'm-
"He is the best. He's just a dude.
Yeah,
he's just a dude."
Honestly, and whenever I sit and talk about like my career and like when we started, and I'm really fucking lucky. I consider myself lucky to be 20 some years.
Yeah,
into
all of
it
us are.
and
It's
still
fucking bonkers.
like still doing what you want to do and what you
Yeah.
love to do.
the fact that you 27 years. Is that what you said?
97 we came out. So what's that? I'm bad at math.
That's
I dropped out of school.
That's 22.
22. There you go, 22 years.
All right, you went
So I
to
had
performing
another
arts
5.
school. Give him a break.
No,
Stay in school, kids.
no, but that's the dream to be able to do something like this.
Yeah.
How did you meet your wife?
We met doing we were co-judging Miss Teen USA contest.
Wow,
in,
co-judging. So
Boston.
maybe me and Sierra, my other co-judge, maybe it could be a thing.
Yeah, you never know where the future holds.
So you guys were co-judging a what
Or
contest?
Debbie's actually single, so you can.
You know what? There it is.
There it is. We wouldn't have to be a homewrecker.
We have talked about Debbie and I have actually talked about it a little bit.
Yeah?
She seems like she's
The
down.
seeds have been planted.
Yeah,
I like
she has 2 dogs, so I'm allergic. That's
Really?
the only thing holding us back.
I'm sure the dogs can go somewhere.
I hope so. You guys met judging.
Yeah, so we met judging, and she, at the time, I was married, and she was in a relationship, and she had just gotten the gig as being a VJ on TRL.
VJ.
So then she,
That's such a funny name. VJ. Who approved
This is
that?
all day with him.
video
There's things-
jockey.
I
There's
know.
words that I say that aren't around anymore. Like one time we were talking about hiring a writer, and I slipped up and I go, "Yeah, we'll have a guy fax in jokes." Like that. He was like,
That was
"Facts."
crazy. Who the fuck says facts?
I messed
That's
up.
insane.
But that's what we used to say at SNL.
Yeah.
We would say like,
I can't believe VJ is a thing though. VJ just okay. Anyway, so she was
so
a VJ
and then
time.
after that, I had a show on MTV, and so I'd go to TR all the time, and I'd see her, how you doing, blah blah blah. We keep in touch, and I'd see her every time I go there, and then when I got divorced, she was out of a relationship just 'cause it was one of those things where just like it just lined up, and we'd always known each other, we'd always been friends, but we never that was the first time.
That's so interesting. So I'm curious, how is that how you met people? Like, I hate saying this back then.
Back in the olden days, I'd send a Pony Express telegram.
I'd send an owl.
Would you by carrier pigeon? You want to have dinner tonight? No. We just kept in touch, and honestly, I had a single coming out at the time, and I thought, well, what better way to get my video played on TRL than to ask one of the VJs on TRL to be in my video? So I asked her if she wanted to be in the video, and she said, yeah. And we shot the video, and it's kind of been. Is it? Do a lot of people get together in the celebrity world? Do they get together just to be, just for press? Is that? I'm sure some people do. You don't have an insight to this. You don't have the secrets. Are you in the Illuminati? I am. I knew it. I told you. I fucking told you. You owe me $10. I'm actually a Mason. Yeah. It's literally hanging out of your pocket, actually.
Did you ever have really bad diarrhea before, like, a huge stadium show or anything like that?
We literally...
We are the kings of bad diarrhea.
Just the other night, we were at this place in Canada, and we ate the room, and all of us were like, this might be the night. This might be the night we shit our pants on stage. And it was like an infectious thing that went through the group.
What's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you on stage?
Gosh... I mean, I've slipped and fallen a handful of times.
Sure, that's part of it.
I've fallen off the stage so many times doing stand-ups.
And then I've never. I mean, I forget words quite a bit. I'm really bad with words. So
yeah, you were telling me this, that you forget the words to your own songs.
My own songs. I'll be in the middle of it. I'm like, wait, and I always sing something, but then afterwards I'm like, that was not it. And you tell the faces of the fans like, wait a minute, this is not the song we grew up with.
Wait, is that Nick Lachey?
It's not like I ever just stand there looking ridiculous and not saying something. I'll like improv something, but it's not right. So
sure.
I do that a lot.
And, I lost my train of thought. I was just thinking about Nick messing.
But I've never shit my pants on stage.
No.
Never thrown up.
Any other guys?
On stage. Not to my knowledge. But I'm pretty sure if it happened, they were...
David shit his pants in an elevator once.
Hey. Come on. This is about Nick.
Come on.
This is about Nick. It has nothing to do with...
Was it a crowded elevator?
These are my friends.
Yeah.
And we were playing. Well, listen, I did it for a good reason, and I almost did it on purpose. If you have to ask me, I was very young. I was 19 at the time. No, I was like 12 or 11, and we were playing mall tag. And God damn it! And before
what's mall tag?
Oh my God! Do you know what a mall is?
A shopping mall?
Yeah.
I don't think I know what mall tag is.
Mall tag is you just play tag inside a shopping center.
Okay.
So basically, we were about to play tag, and we were all standing in the elevator before we all ran off. And my friends were having a farting competition, so I joined in. And I mean,
too far?
I went too far. I take things to an extreme, and I ended up winning. But I
would say so.
But yeah, then that happened, and then instead of mall tag, I went to go to the bathroom, and then I went home without my friends knowing that I went to go change and take a shower. And they had no idea where I was, and I was the last one to be caught in mall tag. So I won twice that day.
Yeah.
So it was the best. What's the biggest crowd? Trying to change the subject. So
you cheated at mall tag. Basically.
I cheated, but I also shit myself. So it was like whatever.
You're like the person that jumped ahead at the end of the marathon, like just joined in for the last mile, and then
yeah. But
crosses victoriously.
But I had a good reason.
Well, that is a good reason.
What's the biggest crowd you've played to?
We've done a couple like shows in like NASCAR tracks, and it had to be like 60, 70,000 people or something like that.
NASCAR tracks?
Like actually in Chicago.
There's a NASCAR track in Chicago?
Yeah.
And people perform
there? South, I think.
Oh, that is fucking cool.
It was a big, B96.
What's the best? What's
the radio station?
I know B96.
I like the way Nick reacts to things that you obviously should know, but you don't. There's 4 tires on a car? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, David.
There's a team called the White Sox, too?
I know that. Have you ever been to Dubai?
No. It's on the list, man. Have you been there?
No. I'm not allowed to leave the country. Do you know this about me?
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm under DACA. Do you know what DACA is?
No.
So I can't leave. If I leave the country, I can't re-enter for 10 years. Because I wasn't born here, so I'm not a citizen. And then Trump, really fucked me on, everything. So I can't leave, basically. Some star.
Fuck out of here, really?
Yeah, well, I can't. I have to stay here.
That's crazy.
Get the fuck out of the country, man.
I can't, bro. I have to.
No, really, get the fuck out of here.
Did you not listen to what I just said? Okay, but where could people find you if they want to look you up and? He's looking at me like, what are you fucking talking about? I mean, like, what are your social medias? Yeah. He's like, at my house?
My address?
I don't want people to come to my house.
My home number? Yes, I still have a home
The
phone.
landline?
Landline. Okay, well, my email
It's
is.
rotary. No, I'm at Nick Lachey.
Okay, great. On everything,
On
Instagram, Twitter.
Twitter. I think that's all I got.
When's the show come out?
Yeah, David, when's the show come out?
The host, take it away, host.
Premieres November
You guys are
1st on
awful.
Nickelodeon.
It'll
November
premiere.
1st.
Yeah, November 1st.
November 1st. I don't know if it's I think it's 9 p.m. maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, November 1st.
It's like a good time. Okay, guys, that's all the time we have. Thank you to Nick Lachey. Make sure to follow him on everything. He is the sexiest man alive.
According to Natalie.
According to Natalie.
According to Natalie's
In her
best-selling
crack
book,
research.
Nick Lachey is so sexy. Okay, I'm David. That was Jason.
Yeah.
This has been the Views Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, blah, 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 blah. My name's Jeff. Okay, bye.